Hey everyone, happy Monday. Thanks for hopping on our call tonight. Hope it's going awesome for you and you're having a good start to your week. Super excited for tonight because this is going to be a good topic. We are going to talk about, just for like a few minutes before we do the breakout room and do our book study. We have a special guest hopping on. She's part of our team, so she's part of us, but she's going to share just a few tips with us. I'm really excited about that. I hope you had a chance to watch that video I shared in the team chat called, it was like napkin math, how to grow your income by 10,000 a year. Because if you haven't yet, go watch it after this call or tomorrow. It's like 10 minutes. But it was kind of like, I wanted you to see a visual of the way she like mapped that out to see how quickly your income, well, your business and your income start to multiply when you are developing leaders on your team. It goes so much quicker. It's way more fun. And it is growing a long-term sustainable business that's going to create that residual income that I know we're all wanting, right? Um, and so Brittany,
Call.
her last name, I say it wrong. Rosenborough. How do you say it, Brittany?
Rosebra.
Rosebrough. Okay, I don't know why I said the N in there, but Rosebrough. Okay,
Everyone does. Everyone does it.
it's just like I see it in my brain. I felt like there's an N in there. But Brittany, I'm so proud of her, you guys. She's been through so much with, I don't know if you followed along with her crazy injury where she ended up with having to get all kinds of surgeries for her knee and just like physical therapy. And she's a mom of little kids. And so it's been a rough like year. Or I feel like it's been, how long have you had that injury, Brittany?
We are at almost 5.5 months.
Okay, so pretty much
So,
so all of like 2024. Um,
yep.
so it's been rough. And last month she helped her new level one, who's been like, what has she been doing Plexus like 2 months so far? 2 months. She helped her
Yes.
find 11 new VIPs, which is so exciting. It just made me so happy. Every time I saw her name, I'm like, oh my word, like this is so exciting because I know Brittany's been working to get a business builder for a while. Anyway, so I asked her if she would just come on here and share, because I know that's what we want. Like we want to create business builders. And I think we make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Because oftentimes the business builders come from like the simplest question or touch of like the business, which you're going to hear from Brittany, but she's going to share just kind of like she has like some mindset shifts she's had in her business that kind of led to her signing up this friend and then which led to her signing 11. And then she's going to kind of share like what she did to initiate helping that level one sign her first person and then keep going. So Brittany, go for it. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. I'm gonna try to make it like not very long for you guys. So my mindset shift um when I first got injured with my leg injury back in December, I was like, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to be sitting at home doing nothing anyway, so I can like run my business. Well, it all sounded good and great until like the mental aspect of being injured and not being able to be a human kicked in. And I basically stopped my business and just had like, I wasn't signing anyone new. I just kept the customers that I had. And because I was just going through the motions of everyday life. But one thing that I started doing more was I started getting more into the Bible. And so instead of just like trying to scroll on like TikTok or Facebook, I was like, okay, like something's got to change. Like, and my husband has been really good about like, oh, I read this book of the Bible this month, or, and I'm like, oh, dang. I'm like, here I am, like, I have no excuse. I was stuck on a couch. I couldn't do anything. And I was like, okay, like, time to open up the Bible and like dig in deep. Um, and once I started doing that, like of course, like my mental health changed. I started getting better with that. Started feeling like more human again. And that's when I really decided I was gonna instead of focusing on trying to get a business builder, I was going to focus more on my customer care. Because I think a lot of us, at least speaking for myself, we tend to want to do customer care. We want to try to recruit. We want to try to get new business builders. So we all do a little bit of each. And I was getting very overwhelmed, and I decided I was going to start focusing on my customer care because if I could pour it into my customers, it was naturally going to come up in conversation of the business side and how it could work for them. Um, and y'all, I was at like my lowest points that I had ever been since I started Plexus 2 years ago. And look, like I did not want to look in the back office. I was terrified to look in the back office because I knew what that number was going to say. And it was going to reflect that I wasn't putting in the work. And that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. Um, but when I like made myself do it, like figure out who had their subscriptions on and everything, um, and just really pouring into my customers, checking on them weekly, sending them testimonies, and just like making it more of a relationship instead of how are you doing with Plexus this month? What products do you want? Like, what can we change? Like, really digging in, interacting more on their social media page and like cheering them on with whatever they're doing. Um, and that's how I got like my newest business builder. Her name's Faith, and she used to babysit me whenever I was little. And she now lives in Florida, and we've like disconnected. We're on social media, but we've not like ever really like stayed in touch or talked. And when I reached out to her about trying Plexus, she was like, sure, I'll give it a try. And she was loving the products. And so what I started doing it was the month of the bento box, the lunchbox incentive. I sent it to her and I'm like, oh my goodness, Faith, how cute is this? And she's like, I need to know how to earn it. And I was like, okay. And so I'm like, girl, if you just have three of your friends do it, it's yours. And she's like, okay, well, let me see if I know three friends. She's like, how do I start? And so instead of doing like, we have not done an event for her yet. We're doing one on Wednesday. Um, but she literally is just sharing her testimony. Because she was so scared of being salesy. She didn't want to be salesy. I'm like, it doesn't have to be salesy. I'm like, tell people what changes you've seen. Um, and so she's literally just telling people, like, she must be telling everyone. She does not hardly post it on social media, her testimony. And last month she signed 11 people. And I was like, holy cow, Faye. So I'm really just encouraging like my new VIPs. I just reach out to them to send the incentives. I don't make it anything like that they have to do. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like how cute is this? And just have a normal conversation about what the incentive is. And then if they're interested in it, then I share. Um, and Faith has been a really good example of just sharing her testimony with people. And she'll reach out to me and she's like, okay, I shared my testimony and this person is struggling with this. She's like, do you have a testimony I can share? So that's when I plugged her into stories and supplements. And she uses that page like crazy. Um, and so that is what I have did to help my business builder grow. Um, is instead of worrying about what the number says in the back office, because she has no clue what the points are with the ranks. Like when I told her, I'm like, girl, if you sign like one more person, you're over gold points. And she's like, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter, but you're going to get another pin in the mail and you're going to get bonuses. But just like cheering her on, I don't make it like pressure wise. And I have them just sharing their testimony instead of like she'll post on Facebook if she has friends to do it with them, but she's I just have her be like very open, or as much open as she will with her testimony. And that has got her to where she's at.
That is so exciting. And it's just like so simple. Like there's nothing like complicated about it. Do you do three-way chats with her when she does have someone interested?
So in the beginning, we did three-way chats. Um, Faith does, she loves research. Um, and so I kind of walked her through like how I search like in stories and supplements and stuff like that. And so, I mean, the first week this girl had me in probably like 23-way chats, I feel like. Um, and so now she utilizes it. And if there's something that she's not comfortable with, then she will like reach out to me and ask. But in the beginning, we did three-way chats.
So, so good. I love it. Yeah, because then now like that gave her confidence to know like how to do it because you showed her how. And she has an amazing before and after. How did you help her put that together or like coach her on like you should take a picture and do a comparison?
So I asked her because she's like, it was like one weekend, and she's like, I feel like since I've been like real consistent on the products, I can see a difference in my face already. Well, she had an event like on that Friday, and she was at work on Monday. And so I told her, I'm like, just compare your pictures. I'm like, because if you think you can tell a difference, everyone else is going to be able to tell a difference. Um, so in the beginning, I did tell her to take pictures. I'm like, make sure you're taking like actively taking pictures.
Yeah.
And now her husband is doing it with her, like does the products with her. And like every Thursday, he's like, how much did we get paid today? How much did we get paid today? When's this money come?
I love
So yeah,
that. Oh my
yes.
goodness. Okay, that's so exciting. So, so exciting. Thank you so much, Brittany, for sharing that because it's so relatable. Like we've all been there where we're like dreading the back office and we feel like a failure and like, where do we even start? But like just going in and starting and then choosing one thing to focus on. I love that you just chose the one thing to focus on that you could do it excellent instead of just doing all the things just like not very well. Um, so super exciting. The before and after, I'll put, or Brittany, do you mind putting her before and after in our team chat just so people can see? It's just so good. Like it was like a 2 month before and after. And so, so important to encourage your people to take before and afters. Not, I just tell them like, hey, you're going to want that before and after, or do that before to compare to see the difference. I'm not saying like take that before so you can share on social media because that's like super scary for most people. No one wants to hear that until they're ready to share. But encouraging them to just take that before picture is super important so that they can be encouraged with their own journey, seeing that before and after. And so, and you never know, like I love how just sharing, that's not something I really do is share the incentive of the month with people. And so that's such a good tip. I definitely am going to start doing that because you never know. And I was telling Brittany before the call, like that's how a lot of you have seen that video because we talked about it on our work Zoom the other day of Jordan's new senior Ruby, Rebecca Acuff, and Jordan kind of like walks through like how she helped her get started, but it was very similar to what Brittany was talking about. And that is what motivated her was the monthly prizes. Like she didn't realize like she loves to win a prize. And so like that's basically how she started her business was just like earning the monthly prizes. And now she's senior Ruby and she went senior Ruby in like, I don't know, 8 months or something. And so you just never know. But that's super, super fun. So exciting. Um, Okay, so really quick, I wanted to share a little bit of, we're almost done with this and we're gonna go into the breakout room and do our book study. But I wanted to share a little bit of my own experience of ranking up, just to share how powerful it is to see how powerful it is to have just even a handful of people doing the business. It doesn't take a lot. I don't know if you've heard of Keith Callahan, but he has written the book Build to Last. Katie and I are doing this book study together because we meet up on Mondays and work. It is such a good book, so good. But he said, like I listened, I was on a call with him. He did a training for Plexus Diamonds, but he said that the most level ones that he's in a different company, so I don't know what they call them, but the most people he has signed in a month is five. Five people. That is the biggest month he's had for personal recruitments because his focus is on developing leaders. And he earns around $1 million a year, you guys. Like I've talked to this, like I've been like face to face on a Zoom with him. Like he's real. He earns around $1 million a year. And it did not start out that way. I think his first year he made like 20,000 and then it grew from there. He's been doing it for like 11 years. But it shows you that like you don't have to be, you don't have you just even a few solid leaders can make a huge difference. But anyway, so when I went senior gold, I had 2 business builders to help me go senior gold. So 2 level 1 business builders, not counting any one that they might have had growing their business. But all it took was 2. Like not, I know some of you are going for senior gold, and like 2 people that I was helping to hit their goals, whatever they were, and that helped me go senior gold. When I went ruby, I had 3 level 1 business builders, and I don't even know. And along the way, as I ranked up, some of them like dropped off, and then they were replaced by like another business builder. So as I grew, they didn't all remain the same level 1 business builders. That happens. People will start and stop for whatever reason. But at the time of going ruby, I had 3 solid level 1 business builders. I think Katie went senior gold. All right. And then I think had my mom was gold, and then I had like a senior silver. I forgot I screenshot it to see exactly the ranks. And then when I went, let me see, let me pull it up really quick. Okay, and then when I went senior Ruby, I had 5 level 1 business builders. That's it. Like senior Ruby income with helping 5 level 1s hit their goals. And then when we went Emerald, I had 6. That's it. Like I grew by 1 business builder. I mean, I think 1 or 2 of the ones when I went senior Ruby had quit, and then I gained, actually I know for sure because yeah, I gained new business builders to replace the ones that had stopped, but I had 6 total level 1s who were working the business, and I went Emerald with that. Like you can do it. Like it's doable. Okay. It's not like some impossible feat. So I had, when I went Emerald, so I had Katie went senior Ruby that month, and then I had 1, 2, 3 golds, or 1 senior gold, 2 golds, and then a senior silver. Is that right? 2, and then someone else who was almost senior silver. And that's it. Like it is so, when you start helping people, when you start developing people and helping them become a leader and helping them grow a business and help, and really it's all about meeting them where they're at. So whatever it is, like helping them hit their goals, it makes things so much more quicker and fun and multiplies so much faster in your business. And so just an encouragement, because I know a lot of us are focusing on that with our 6-week mentorship group that we're doing, that we're participating in. Like the 2 main things we're focusing on is like growing our own, like adding new VIPs, and then helping our VIPs add VIPs and developing leaders. Like those are the 2 things we're focusing on this month. And so just an encouragement for you of like how powerful it is to just start, and they have to start somewhere, and maybe it starts with an incentive and they get really excited about earning whatever it is. This month it's a super fancy wallet. I personally have never heard of, is it a Denner wallet? But apparently it's a super fancy wallet that's really fun, and you never know who might want to earn that. Okay, so we're gonna do the breakout rooms. Well, does anyone have any questions really quick before we do the breakout rooms and go into our book study? We have like 10 minutes left. I promised everyone we would be quick tonight. Any questions at all? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna do,
I have a quick question.
oh yeah, go for it.
How many level 1 business builders do you currently have?
Do I currently have? Oh, that's a good question. I think I'll have to look it up. I want to say around 9, but
Well,
I
and that
don't.
also doesn't count like level 1. She had tons of other customers too, but they may not be working the business. It's not like she's not only
Right,
signed 9
right.
people ever.
Yeah, so I have around like 30 to 35 people who order each month, like level ones. But out of those level ones, I have probably around 10 business builders. I need to look and see. And I count if I have like a level one who signs someone and then they work the business, but the level one doesn't, I count that person like as my level one because like I'll help them work the business. So I would say I probably have around 10 to 12, counting those like level 2, 3s that maybe their sponsor is not working. Okay. All right. I'm going to create the rooms. Let's just do room. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll name them really quick. You'll see it pop up in a sec. And then if you're on Kate's book study, choose her room. And then if you're in mine, choose my room. So hopefully you can see that. If you can't, let us know. But you just choose a room. Oh, I forgot to stop the recording. Hang on, you guys.